Please like and subscribe. Hello everyone, and welcome. My name is Robert Hammond, and today I want to talk to you about something very important, something that millions of people are feeling right now, but very few people are talking about honestly. Fear, confusion, exhaustion, and overwhelm, especially for people over 30. Because right now, the world is changing faster than at any time in modern history. Artificial intelligence, AI agents, automation, robotics, vibe coding, ChatGPT, business automation, AI workflows. Every single day, there is another new tool, another new platform, another new breakthrough. And many people feel like they are drowning. They wake up every morning thinking, how do I catch up? How do I learn all this? How do I compete with younger people? How do I survive in the AI era? And secretly, many people are terrified because they feel like the world is moving forward without them. But today, I want to give you a completely different perspective, a perspective that changed my own life. And here it is. You do not need to become the world's greatest AI engineer. You do not need to become the best coder in Silicon Valley. You do not need to spend 18 hours per day trying to master every AI tool. You do not need to win the AI arms race. In fact, trying to catch up to everything may actually be the wrong strategy entirely. Because the truth is, the AI revolution is moving exponentially, and no single human being can master everything, not even the experts. The AI landscape is changing too fast. One day there is a new AI model. The next day there is a new coding framework, then a new AI agent platform, then a new automation ecosystem, and millions of people are burning themselves out trying to keep up. So let me say something radical. If you are over 30 and struggling to keep up with AI, stop trying to catch up with everything. Stop trying to learn every AI tool. Stop trying to become an expert in every platform. Stop trying to outcode two-year-old developers who live and breathe AI 24 hours a day. Stop trying to learn everything all at once, because there is another way, and that way is leverage. The greatest fortunes in history were not built by people doing all the labor themselves. They were built by people who understood leverage. Leverage of capital, leverage of systems, leverage of technology, leverage of trends. And today, AI may become the greatest leverage engine in human history. Now, think about this carefully. The companies building the AI future are primarily located inside the US 100, the NASDAQ. Companies like NVIDIA, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Meta. These companies are not simply tech companies. They are building the infrastructure of the future. AI chips, AI data centers, AI enterprise systems, AI cloud infrastructure, AI automation ecosystems. And the world is pouring trillions of dollars into them. Why? Because AI has the potential to massively reduce costs, massively increase productivity, and massively expand profits. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine a government organization with 27,000 employees, and let us say the average salary is $100,000 per year. That equals approximately $2.7 billion annually in salary expenses alone. Now, imagine AI agents assisting with customer service, reporting, analysis, workflow management, documentation, communications, project coordination, knowledge retrieval. Even if AI only improves efficiency by 50%, that could potentially save over $1 billion per year. And that is only one organization. Now, multiply that globally. Now think about enterprises. Every enterprise has subject matter experts, engineers, analysts, project managers, architects, finance specialists, HR specialists, IT specialists. Many of these professionals cost $200,000 per year or more when you include salary, benefits, training, office costs, management overhead. Now imagine AI agents multiplying the productivity of those workers. Not necessarily replacing all humans, but allowing one worker to do the work of 5 or 10. That changes the economics of the entire world. And that is the AI factor that I believe most people still do not fully understand. This is not just another software trend. This may become one of the largest productivity revolutions in human history, and the stock market knows it. That is why the NASDAQ continues climbing, even during fear, even during wars, even during inflation concerns, even during economic uncertainty. The market is climbing what professionals call a wall of worry, because institutions may already understand that AI could generate trillions of dollars in future productivity gains. Now, here is the important part. You do not need to become the world's greatest AI programmer to participate in this transformation. You simply need to understand where capital is flowing. And right now, capital is flowing into AI. That is why I built BobTheTraderGPT.com. Not to gamble, not to chase random trades, but to build a structured framework around understanding AI trends, institutional momentum, market psychology, macro themes, and technical execution. Our methodology is called the Perfect Bob Method, and it is intentionally simple. We focus primarily on the US 100 because the US 100 contains many of the companies driving the AI revolution. And instead of trying to predict everything, we focus on alignment. Alignment between fundamentals, market momentum, institutional behavior, and technical structure. The methodology uses D1 chart for directional bias and H1 chart for execution. The structure is called TLV, BO, leg 1, TR, leg 2. Trendline violation, breakout, expansion move, trendline violation. Trade range, continuation move. And what we discovered is something fascinating. The market often moves in waves: expansion, pause, expansion. And when the D1 trend, the fundamentals, and the H1 structure align together, the probability of continuation increases dramatically. Now, listen carefully. I am not saying trading is easy. It is not. Trading requires discipline, risk management, emotional control, and consistency. There will still be losses. There will still be difficult days. But what I am saying is that we may be entering one of the greatest technological and financial expansion cycles in history. And many people are completely focused on the wrong thing. They are trying to outlearn the AI race, instead of learning how to position themselves around it. That is the real shift. For decades, the world taught people work harder. But the AI era may reward something different, position smarter. The future may belong to people who understand systems, capital flows, automation, leverage, and macro trends. That is why I believe the NASDAQ and the US 100 may continue experiencing enormous long-term expansion, because the companies inside the index are building the infrastructure of the AI economy itself. And if that thesis is correct, then the scale of future growth could be far larger than most people currently imagine. So if you are over 30 and feel overwhelmed by AI, take a breath. You are not too late. You do not need to master every coding language. You do not need to become a Silicon Valley engineer overnight. You do not need to panic. Instead, learn how to understand the AI economic transformation. Learn how capital flows through markets. Learn how institutions position themselves. Learn how the NASDAQ AI profit engine works. Because that knowledge alone may become one of the most important financial skills of the next decade. My name is Robert Hammond, and this is BobTheTraderGPT.com. Thank you for listening. Join us today to learn more and begin your transformation. See you on the inside. If you want to learn exactly how to harness the AI revolution with trading NASDAQ every single day, go to BobTheTraderGPT.com. That's BobTheTraderGPT.com, and I'll show you how to start thinking and trading NASDAQ like a fund manager.